Inside this chest resides the future of Prague.
What's inside? I can't make them out.
Weapons. Why must it always be weapons?
They don't look like any guns I've ever seen.
That's because those disgusting things are from all sorts of other worlds, far in advance of what Earth is capable of.
Take what you want. Take what you need.
There are plenty to go around.
You no longer have to live in fear.
No longer cowering under oppressive forces.
We wish to give you magnificent people the chance to control your own fates.
This is the gift of the Koe-Maw. These weapons will free your destiny.
This is a joke, right? Some students playing a practical joke. Someone must know.
Doctor, you don't seem happy.
These creatures are interfering.
I know history should be preserved, but I thought you might be a little happy, deep down. If the people of Prague have laser rifles and plasma cannons, or whatever is in that floating chest, then they can defend themselves when the Soviets invade. The Prague Spring need not end. Isn't that a good thing?
If only it were that simple. Of course I don't want this freedom to end. Of course I don't want to let the pain and anguish that is to come play out. But we have no choice. If these aliens are successful and change the future, who knows what the consequences might be? If they repel the Red Army now, who knows what might happen next?
But they could build a better future, couldn't they?
Or something far worse. If anyone pulls the trigger on any of those extraterrestrial guns, they'll end the Cold War in an instant, and they could set the world ablaze. Remember the Brezhnev doctrine, defend all communist countries if one comes under attack. If Prague fights back, they might destroy part of the Red Army, but they'd have every Soviet soldier descend on them in a matter of days. And with weapons like that, it's not out of the question for a human to get so scared they dropped a nuclear bomb on Czechoslovakia. If we don't stop the Koe-Maw's act of supposed altruism, they could easily start World War III.
You're saying we have to stop the Koe-Maw? But how? The people gathered here, they look so hopeful.
Enchanted by the offer. They want this to be real, but there's skepticism in their faces too. How can they believe something so far-fetched?
Helpful aliens? It's not that ridiculous.
Touché, but at least I'm a lot more approachable. My warm smile has to beat their spooky cloaks and the marks on their skin. They look like...
This isn't real. Don't tell me you're buying it. I'll admit, the chest had me fooled. But it's done with mirrors, isn't it?
How does that make sense? You should believe what your eyes are telling you.
I'm not letting this go any further. I can't stand back and let the people of Prague be made fools of. Excuse me.
You have something you wish to say?
Yes, I do. Whatever this is, I won't stand for it. I'm sure you think this is funny, but you're wrong.
No humor is intended.
That's enough. Everyone go home. The joke's over.
But we have come a long way to help.
From where? The other side of the river?
Our homeworld is light years away.
Stop this. I know you're a fake. That mask doesn't even look practically good. I can see where it attaches and I can pull it off. Ah! But... what are... oh dear.
Hey now, there's clearly a bit of a misunderstanding here. Our friend Alistair is confused, and fainting is a sign of apology on this world. He's never seen anyone from another planet before. I trust no offense has been taken.
That is understandable. I see how our appearance could be a surprise, but this is the first time my face has been pulled on by a stranger.
I've had it once or twice. You tell someone you can change your face, or they assume it's some sort of prosthetic or rubber mask.
You tell me they have met no extraterrestrials before, yet you stand before us.
Guilty as charged. Unless that idiom doesn't translate well to the Koe-Maw, in which case my response is simply yes.
Then we have nothing further to discuss. Our gift is for humanity, not you.
Oh, okay. I'll go over there and keep my mouth shut, I guess.
Why are you doing this? What prompted you to come here?
We travel and find those in need and supply it.
Oppression and suppression should not be accepted.
We wish to balance the playing field.
We wish to do the right thing.
People of Prague, send your leaders, your doubters, your heroes.
The gift of the Koe-Maw is strength.
You will witness the power of these weapons we offer.
When? Where?
Tonight, at the outskirts of the city. The mist will show you.
But not the alien. He is not welcome.
Rude.
This evening will be the beginning of a great change.
You will save yourselves.
They've gone. Disappeared back into the mist. Do you think it's safe?
I doubt it's poisonous if that's what you're worrying about.
They didn't like you.
I suspect they're concerned I'll see something I shouldn't. No offense, but humans aren't always the brightest at realizing they're being tricked.
But tricked into what? What could the Koe-Maw have to gain?
We should leave. We'll have to tell my sister and father, but...
Your father? He gets increasingly stubborn with every passing year. You won't convince him. And I'm not sure the stress would be wise in his condition.
And staying here is a good idea.
I'm not keen on running away.
You think of it as fleeing, a cowardly act. But it is nothing of the sort. It is a tactical retreat.
You fear we're facing soldiers, so you talk like one.
I'm trying to talk in a way you'd understand.
Okay, then tell me where we would go. The three of us, the rest of your family. Where?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
We can't aimlessly travel the country. That's not a good idea.
I know that. Either plan is risky and poorly thought through, but we have to do something for Jozka. She's our daughter.
Maybe the doctor...
Doctor?
My ears were burning. Were you talking about me?
About you. Who is that man and why is he in a wheelbarrow?
This is our friend Alistair. He works for the British Embassy. He fainted.
And of course he wakes up now. We just wheeled you halfway across the city.
Where am I? Are those things still here?
Things? Oh, what things? Does he mean the Soviets?
No, aliens from outer space. Strange-looking creatures. What little of their skin I could see under their cloaks looked badly scarred.
Are we supposed to believe this?
I didn't. At first. I thought it was a mask. But when I touched it, now my hands feel strange.
I'm not surprised. You nearly caused an intergalactic incident. I thought you were a diplomat. Ludvik, Jozka, I know this is a lot to swallow, but I promise we're telling the truth.
I think I do believe you.
What?
I believe the doctor is a good man. He wouldn't lie to us, not about something like this. Not if he thought we were in any danger.
Thank you, Ludvik.
But aliens don't really exist.
Except there are two in Prague, and we saw them this very evening.
Oh, this evening. I need to go.
You're not going anywhere. You banged your head when you fainted. You're in no state to be rushing off into the night. You need to rest, not end up in a coma in some back alley.
But Irina, I'd promised I'd meet her. If I don't turn up, she'll think something's wrong. Please, Kimlee, will you find her and explain? Though, maybe leave out the fainting. Try to think of something more heroic.
You want me to lie to your girlfriend?
Gosh, I don't know how she'd feel being called that. I hope she is, but it's only a white lie. It would mean the world to me. I'll owe you one.
Fine. If it'll end this conversation, I'll do it.
She'll be at the halfway point on Charles Bridge in half an hour. You should have just enough time to get there.
How romantic.
Tell her the lion is learning to laugh. Then she'll know I've sent you.
I presume that's a code? I won't ask what it means. I'll be back as soon as I can.
And while Kimlee's off dealing with your love life, we should figure out what to do next.
Is the call ready for me, Maggie? I believe I asked for it to be on the hour. Brilliant. Yes, operator. As my secretary instructed. Put me through. Good afternoon, sir. Yes, as always. Well, there's all sorts of strange whispers going around. I've been hearing some drivel about extraterrestrials from the locals. Yes, numerous eyewitness reports. I mean, it's obviously nothing to worry about. Quite clearly, some sort of code. Did they not think we'd crack it? My theory is that it's some rogue agent, possibly right-leaning, who's trying to stir up trouble. There's some sort of gathering planned for tonight. No one willing to share a location, but our agents have heard word of guns. Some show of force, perhaps. You're very right, sir. It is concerning. We do not support Prague arming itself against the Soviets. We do not want to get mixed up in the conflict between communist states. I'm glad you agree. Great minds think alike, eh, sir? Well, I have you. Perhaps, if I may make a suggestion, it might be time that someone else takes my place. The young have such energy. I have no objections to taking early retirement. No, of course. I'm more than happy to continue to serve. That goes without saying. Yes, I understand perfectly well, sir. I'll keep an eye on things and let you know if anything changes. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, that fool. What good am I to him here? I can't wait to get out of this wretched place. It depresses me. I'm too senior to be somewhere so drab. See what happens next. What useless instructions. They'll blow themselves to kingdom come, and he can't say I didn't warn him. So long as they don't take me with them.
So that's where we are. We don't know why the Koe-Maw are giving out guns like they're lollipops, but we'll figure it out.
It sounds impossible, but our lives have been far from normal.
Jozka, what do you think?
I think I'm losing my mind.
Oh, my love.
Because I'm starting to think you two aren't insane. Alistair, we don't know each other, but may I look at your hands?
Yes, of course. I'm afraid I don't know what's wrong with them.
It looks like a burn, but worse.
Why is this swelling the color? That isn't normal.
Perhaps the Koe-Maw have some strong reactive agent on their skin.
Am I allergic to aliens?
Okay, I believe something strange is going on. I reserve judgment on aliens, but odd, definitely.
You mentioned a gathering tonight. Will you go?
I'm somewhat persona non grata with the Koe-Maw, even though I wasn't the one that tried to tug their face off.
Why? What did you do?
Are you going to panic and need another half-hour convincing if I tell you that I'm an alien too? Right, good then. On a more useful note, I'm a friend of Prague. I don't want this beautiful city or anyone in it to get hurt, but since I'm not welcome, I need someone to go in my place and report back. I need to know what they're up to. Kim Lee isn't back yet, and Alistair isn't going anywhere with that head wound.
So you want us to go to this demonstration?
I was going to ask, yes. If you aren't comfortable, I understand.
Alien weapons. They could be useful. Think how much safer they'd make us.
I'm not sure I see it the same way.
Being armed is an invitation for violence. You're welcoming it in.
So what do you think? Will you go?
Yes, I'd like to be there. For me and my family as much as you.
And I'd like to keep an eye on my husband. He can occasionally be rash, but what about Adelka?
I'll look after Adelka for you. I'm great with babies. Thank you both. I'm sure your differing outlooks will give us a balanced report.
Maybe one of us will convince the other.
Maybe they will.
Where are you, Alistair? You're never late like this.
Sorry. Hello. Are you Irina? My name is Kim Lee. Am I talking to the right person?
I don't know you. I've never seen you before, and I'm sure I'd remember. Your hair? What style is that? No, Doesn't matter. I'm leaving.
No, wait. The lion is learning to laugh. Is that right?
How do you know that phrase?
Alistair told me to say it. I don't know what it means, though.
Alistair. When he arrived, he was so straight-faced. Boarding school had beaten the fun out of him. He showed me pictures of London, of Trafalgar Square, and he reminded me of those lions. Then he laughed. It was the first time I'd seen it.
Oh, I see.
Why are you here? Where is he?
There was an altercation in the square and he was, knocked over. He was, very brave.
Is he okay?
Head injuries are notoriously difficult to diagnose. So, my friend, the doctor, is watching over him to make sure nothing bad happens.
He's with a doctor. Good. I was worried. I didn't know where he was. He's always on time.
He must mean a lot to you.
You must mean something to him, to have earned his trust. He hasn't mentioned you before.
Our friendship, if you could even call it that, has been brief. We only met today.
Are you from England?
Yes, in a roundabout way.
What does that mean?
It's a long and complicated story. It doesn't matter. You're from Prague, I take it?
Lived here all my life. I thought I knew what to expect. But these last few years with Dubček and now Alistair, I see there's more out there than I knew.
And this is only the start. 1968. Next year, everything changes.
Do you know something I don't?
Oh, just that each new year offers surprising opportunities.
Alistair and I have been seeing each other for a few months now. He loves me. He won't say it, but it's clear that he does.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure this is any of my business.
But he's young, and his world is very different to mine. His youth was one of luxuries and ease. He hasn't seen what I have.
You're concerned you cannot be in love because your experiences and outlooks don't match? I thought the expression was opposites attract.
But such love is transient. It wilts. I am not enough to keep him here. And when he goes home, he will forget about me and find someone else. Am I doing the right thing?
I don't follow. You said he loves you, but not that you love him in return. Does that worry you?
I've said too much. Don't tell Alistair any of this. He'll only panic. Say, I will see you soon, where we first kissed. He'll know what it means. Goodbye, Gimli.
Why must everyone give me cryptic messages to deliver? I thought traveling with the doctor would be exciting, not leave me delivering messages between people who are acting like spies. Ugh, I should be getting back. But that mist, there at the end of the bridge, it's the same as in the square, and Irina's heading straight for it. Does she know about the alien visitors? There they are! She's talking to the Koe-Maw. I wish I could hear what they were saying. Wait! They've gone! Just disappeared into the mist! Irina, too! Is she captive? Or did she go willingly? I have to find out. The doctor would want me to find out. And Alistair needs to know. Okay. It's not poisonous. I'll be fine. Right. Here I go. Into the alien mist.
Why is she crying?
Don't know. Ask me an easier one. Hush now, little one. Shh.
Do we give her food?
Still don't know. I'm the doctor, not the nanny. If only that Mary woman were here. Why did you cry as a baby?
How am I supposed to remember that?
It was closer for you than me. You're what, in your 20s? I'm considerably past that.
Maybe she wants to play. What do babies like? Hide and seek?
Seems a bit complex for someone I'm not convinced can walk. It's okay, little one. There's no need to cry.
She disagrees.
Oh, you're no help. Hold her for a moment. Don't do anything foolish.
I'm not... Alright then. I've got her.
Alistair? Adelka is a baby, not an explosive. Hold her closer like I was.
I've never done this before.
It's easy, just treat her like a child and not a threat. I have to make a quick call.
A call? What?
Kim Lee, come in. Are you there? It's me. I have a parenting question.
Is that thing working? Where are all the wires?
It's a newfangled prototype. Cordless.
She doesn't seem to be answering.
Maybe she's busy. Hopefully not getting into trouble, though. Oh, this is ridiculous. Pass her back.
You sure? I thought I was getting the hang of it. What else are we supposed to do?
Have you ever burped a child? That's something humans do, right? Not cats.
I believe so.
That's a relief.
Well, now that that's resolved, I should be on my way.
You took a nasty tumble and were out for a worryingly long time. I still need to check you're okay. Walk from here to that doorway and back in a straight line.
Like this? And what does it prove?
Stick out your elbows, wave them back and forth.
Oh, are you testing my balance?
And amusing myself. Okay, you remember your name?
My name is Alistair Richardson. Birthday is 3rd August. My parents live in Ashford Road. My memory is unaffected. Do I still need to flap my arms about?
No, stop now. If I have 10 apples and I give half to Kim Lee and 1/5 to dear Adelka, how many are left for you?
I don't like apples. Or mathematics. But it's 3. So am I allowed to report back to my boss?
You're going to the embassy. Oh, sure. But I'm coming with you.
But who'll look after the baby?
She can come with us.
Can you smell that?
She can come with us once we change her nappy.
Are you sure this is the right place?
He said the mist would guide us, and it led us here.
But how did it do that? Mist doesn't work like that, forming a line down the road?
Aliens, remember? Who knows what else they can do? Maybe they can also control the rain.
Focus, Ludvig. If we're here, we might as well do this properly.
I recognize so many people. There's Krista, and Dalibor.
Fiala's over there with Bohuslav. Looks like anyone knows anyone is here.
The hottest gig in town. Should have brought our instruments.
Wow. So, those are the doctor's aliens. They look so weird. Like us, but not?
Who was that blonde woman with them? Whoever she is, it didn't look like she wanted to be seen, disappearing into the crowd so quickly. Maybe she's a double agent working with the aliens?
Look behind him. It was just floating.
Hello, both of you. I hope you don't mind if I stand with you.
Kimberly, where did you come from?
I snuck through the mist. Actually, I was following someone, but I can't see her anymore.
And the Koe-Maw didn't see you?
I don't think so.
People of Prague, welcome. Thank you for giving us your time.
How are their voices so loud? What's amplifying them?
Must be an alien trick?
At 47 degrees, you will see a fighting military vehicle.
Looks like a Soviet tank. Got the right insignia.
This weapon may appear to you to be a handheld cannon, because it is.
Using trilateral oxy-bonded molecular obstruction, it can atomize the tank.
That's only a theory, even in my time.
We only need to pull the trigger and eradicate the tank from existence.
Like so, your enemies will be no more.
Where did the tank go?
There's nothing there anymore. That's incredible.
Could the tank have moved?
Not in the blink of an eye. And look at the trees. Where the light beam hit them, they're burnt to a crisp. That cannon must be immensely powerful.
Do you think all of their weapons would be like that? The Soviet army wouldn't stand a chance.
Precisely.
Oh, those people though.
We assume we require no further demonstration. Every atom of that tank is no more.
Any human within it was likewise destroyed.
Tell your friends and family, anyone who did not come today,
We will supply the people of Prague with anything you need to fully defend yourselves tomorrow. Meet us at the square to receive our gift.
Remind me, what do you call that harness thing?
A papoose? To carry dear Adelka.
Like a baby backpack?
Don't say that to Jozka.
You seem to be a very knowledgeable man, Doctor. I don't know any other man who would be able to make a papoose out of a bedsheet.
I've picked up a few unexpected things over my travels.
And where have you travelled? How much have you seen of Europe?
Great deal of it. Some bits twice. How about you?
Very little. I used to think I understood it all, though. Then I came here, witnessing something, living it. That's the only way you can truly understand and appreciate anything.
Such worldly advice.
They teach us a lot. I suppose they have to. Communism, fascism, how it all works, how it spreads, how we fight it.
What you will and won't turn a blind eye to.
You don't approve of diplomacy?
I love diplomacy. Always the first tool in the kit, but not the only one. You have to ask when playing politics is in the wider interest. You avoid tough conversations, awful decisions, but at what cost?
You prefer to act then? Walled in and enact change?
Where possible. That a problem?
I wish we could do the same here.
You want to help?
I do, but my boss doesn't approve. No one at the embassy does. They want to maintain the world as it is, as much as they can. They're scared of the ramifications.
You help someone here, and everyone elsewhere will expect the same.
And Soviet repercussions would be drastic. I understand wanting to keep this war cold, but doing nothing is far harder in the field. How do you know to let someone suffer because it's for the greater good?
It's impossible to be sure, but always worth making a stand and trying.
You're a man of the world. What do you know about romance? How do you know what you feel is love?
Wow, I'm the wrong person to ask that. My experiences in that field have been, follow your gut.
Not my heart?
That too. Is it much further to the embassy?
A few more minutes, then we'll be there.
This is our chance. We could really do something.
Do you want to fight because you think it's the right thing to do? Or because you feel like victory is guaranteed? You seemed hesitant until you saw the Koe-Maw offered.
Regardless of ethics, it's difficult to be enthusiastic about the fight you know you're going to lose. The Red Army is much bigger and more powerful than anything Czechoslovakia could offer. Let alone Prague. They already hate us, and the powder keg is getting closer to exploding with each passing day. But now we might win. The story has changed.
David and Goliath, except with laser pistols.
How many people will you kill to ensure our safety? How many could you stomach?
Would you rather we roll over and accept defeat? The Koe-Maw are offering help. Why should we turn them down?
Because it's wrong.
Wrong how?
Sorry, I didn't think. Pretend I didn't say anything.
No, please. Tell us.
I simply meant that it isn't the right thing to do. It isn't what should happen next.
That's a very odd way of phrasing it. Where are you from? Because you certainly aren't simply travelers.
I can't say anything more. The doctor would never forgive me.
He's an alien, so what? Does he have the sight?
I'm just saying, we must be careful. Events that unfold here are important. Not just for you, but for the rest of the world.
Please, Kimley. You know something. You have to tell us for Adelka's sake, if not for ours.
I'm sorry. I have to keep my mouth shut. But I swear, nothing bad will happen to your daughter. We won't let things escalate that far.
Vi, do you and the doctor really have that much power?
Over there, is that Irina? I followed her through the mist. I think she's connected to the Koe-Maw somehow. I should...
Wait, don't run off.
Did you see anyone over there?
No, wait, I don't know. She better be right about keeping Adelka safe. I'll personally make her pay otherwise.
Sir, knowing what we do about the tanks on the outskirts...
We know nothing for certain.
Don't worry, I know they're there. It's a show of aggression trying to get Czechoslovakia to bow down to Soviet demands.
And if they have tanks waiting outside Prague, and someone's arming the locals, we're going to have a bloodbath on our hands.
Not necessarily. There's no guarantee these weapons will work, or that anyone will use them.
That sounds like willful ignorance.
I don't know why I'm supposed to be bothered by your opinion.
It'll bring an end to this Czech revolution the second it turns to violence.
This social experiment was never going to last forever.
Is that all you think this is? A country is at stake!
Perhaps it will end, but if you do something to help, fewer innocent lives will be put in danger.
Well, I'm not going to do anything.
After everything we've said, you're resigned to sitting there and watching chaos unfold?
It isn't my role to intervene. I have spoken with my superiors, and nothing you've told me about in the last half hour will have changed our position.
So you don't care about the Koe-Maw?
Aliens? Please, Alistair. I've always treated you like an adult, so I expect you to do the same.
You're being painfully short-sighted. You know about the weapons, yet you don't seem to care.
Do you expect the other embassies to act? Who, precisely, will wade into whatever mess these armed interlopers are creating? If Czechoslovakia wants to be the front of a war with Russia, do you truly believe any Western country wants to look like they're involved?
Look like. That's all you care about.
Accuse me of what you will, but I have my instructions. Whatever your personal, ethical beliefs may be, I represent something much larger than myself. Britain does not wish to get involved in these matters. And as a diplomat yourself, Alistair, neither should you. So, whatever harebrained notion is in your head right now, you will not do anything that brings us into disrepute. Do I make myself clear?
I'll do what I think is right.
If you disobey me, not only will you be putting your job in jeopardy, but your diplomatic protection too. We won't protect you, Alistair. Do you want to deal with Czech police?
Britain may not look too kindly on you if you ignore the risk of the Koe-Maw, Valentine. Come on, Alistair. We need to pick up Adelka from your boss's secretary.
This is all getting out of control. Why must the young be so reckless?
Hello? There's no one here. Where is Adelka?
Look, there's a note on the table.
What has the doctor done?
He says he's just popping out, but he'll be back soon?
He's doing what?
Hello, you two. How did it go?
Where did you go? What were you thinking? You can't just wander off with our daughter.
Here, I'll take Adelka.
I've been to the British Embassy. She was never in any danger.
What were we supposed to think? We got back and our child had disappeared.
I did leave a note.
Not good enough. You should have waited for us to get back. We did go to help you after all.
You're right, Jozka. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to being left on the sidelines and No, there's no excuse. But I swear, Adelka's safety was my number one concern.
Where is the sleeping man?
Alistair? When we left his boss's office, he went to look for his lady friend, Irina.
Speaking of which, we saw Kimley at the meeting. Said some strange things. Something about Irina connected with the Koe-Maw? Then she dashed off.
That's worrying.
We did see a woman come through the mist with Koe-Maw, but then she disappeared into the crowd.
I have faith in Kimley. I know she'll make good decisions. Even so, I hope she's okay.
And we're back at the square. Except, drat, where did you go? You were right ahead of me. Did you disappear into the mist? No, I would have seen you.
Psst! Kimley! Come here!
What's that? Alistair? What are you doing here?
I was cutting through the square to meet someone, and I saw the mist was still here, and I guess I got distracted. I've been watching it ever since.
From an alcove? You really look like a spy.
That wasn't my intention. I just didn't want those alien things to see me.
The Koe-Maw? They had been elsewhere tonight. but I imagine they're back wherever that mist leads by now. So, has it done anything?
To begin with, I thought it swayed with the breeze, but when the wind picked up, the mist stayed the same. It's not real, is it? Not like any phenomenon I've ever seen before.
No, this isn't warm air suddenly cooling. I think it only looks like mist.
That makes no sense. Why would they do that? To look dramatic walking out of it?
Or disguise what it truly is. Quick, get back!
What is it?
The Koe-Maw! They're out there in the square.
Coming in our direction?
No, heading east.
So do you need to keep pressing me up against the wall so hard?
Sorry, but I thought you didn't want to be seen.
True. Where do you think they're going?
Not sure, but we now know where they aren't. This might be our only chance to investigate.
Investigate? As in...
I've walked through the Koe-Maw's mist before. It took me from Charles Bridge to the outskirts of Prague. I think it's a portal of some description. But that was a small patch they generated in the moment. That over there is far bigger and more permanent.
It hasn't changed in all the time I've been watching it.
So perhaps it leads somewhere important.
You want us to walk into it? Are you mad?
I've done it before, and I'm fine. There were no adverse effects. I'm sure it'll be the same again.
I'm not going in there.
Fine. I'm going with or without you, Alistair.
You aren't giving me much choice.
I'm fine to go alone. You can stay here and keep watch.
I wouldn't be much of a gentleman if I let you go into uncharted territory alone.
I can handle myself. Time's running out, so it's now or never.
Into the unknown.
You seem scared. Do you want to hold my hand?
To make sure we don't get separated in the mist. No other reason.
You like the view from our balcony?
I find it soothing.
Would you care for a drink? Just a little tipple. It's my only vice.
None for me, thanks. Gotta keep a clear head.
Are you still worried about Kimley?
She should be back by now. Maybe I should go look for her.
Then both of you would be wandering around Prague and neither would find the other. Your best hope is to stay here. She knows how to find us.
You're right. I haven't known her that long, but she's proved herself time and again. When we met...
I get the feeling that was quite a long way from here in more ways than one. Is she an alien too?
She's human, just like you.
I can't get used to asking questions like that. I feel like we've been up all night. The bags under my eyes must have bags of their own.
Look, the sun's coming up. Doesn't that sight make everything better?
It makes a difference. I'll give you that. But after everything we witnessed, all of those strange and horrible sights I can't unsee, I'm not sure it's enough. With any luck, the 20th will be a better day.
The 20th?
The date. Tomorrow's gone without us noticing. It's August the 20th now.
Right. Course. Sorry. So much on my mind. You should get some rest. I'll be in shortly.
You're welcome to a few hours rest on the sofa, if you want. The fabric's a bit worn with age, but the springs won't dig into your back too much.
That's very kind of you. Thanks, Ludvik.
Anytime.
20th of August. No, that's not possible. I wanted to scream the second he said it. I hope I didn't give anything away. This is the last thing we need. I thought we'd have time to deal with the Koe-Maw's strange plan and get out of here before... But no, today is the last day of the Prague Spring. The Soviet army arrives tonight.